The plane descended through thick clouds, turbulence shaking the fuselage as nervous murmurs filled the cabin. Passengers clutched their armrests, glancing at the flight attendants, who wore forced smiles. The captain's voice came over the intercom, assuring everyone they'd be landing soon in the picturesque town of Salzburg, nestled among the Austrian Alps. As they broke through the cloud cover, the stunning landscape appeared, but something felt off. An unsettling vibration rippled through the aircraft. Suddenly, alarms blared, and the lights flickered. The plane began to dip, and a rush of panic swept through the cabin. The captain's voice turned serious, instructing everyone to brace for impact. The aircraft struggled against the encroaching mountains, veering dangerously close to a wooded area. The screech of metal on metal echoed, and with a jarring thud, the plane crashed into the treetops, sending splinters flying as it came to a halt in a clearing. Silence enveloped the scene, punctuated only by the crackling of debris settling. Slowly, the passengers began to stir, some dazed, others screaming. A few managed to pull themselves together and help those who were injured. Amid the chaos, a sense of urgency took over. They needed to escape the wreckage. Outside, the beauty of the Alps contrasted sharply with the horror inside the plane. Flames began to lick the fuselage, and smoke curled into the crisp air. The smell of burning fuel filled their lungs as survivors pushed their way to the exits. Some passengers assisted others, helping them navigate through the twisted metal. A mother clutched her young daughter, the child's wide eyes reflecting fear. Nearby, an older man struggled to free himself from his seatbelt. Panic etched across his face. A group of passengers worked together, using makeshift tools to pry open a side door, the hinges squealing in protest. Once outside, the survivors found themselves in a wild landscape, disoriented and afraid. They formed a circle, assessing the situation. Some scouted for a way to signal for help, while others tended to injuries. The mother, still holding her daughter, comforted her with whispered reassurances. As dusk began to fall, a distant sound broke the stillness, a faint hum of helicopters approaching. Relief washed over the group, but they knew they couldn't just wait. They needed to make themselves visible. A few survivors gathered branches and debris, creating a large SOS sign in a nearby clearing, while others stood at the edge of the wreckage, waving frantically. The helicopters drew closer, their searchlights sweeping the area. Moments later, the sound of blades overhead filled the air, and rescue teams descended from the sky, bringing hope amidst the chaos. As they were pulled to safety, the passengers shared their stories of survival, forming bonds in the face of tragedy. United by their harrowing experience, they promised to support one another in the days ahead, knowing they had faced death together and emerged with a newfound appreciation for life.